Hello student, welcome back to our paper CHO 5306, that is double and multiple stage preparations. This video is for the preparation of aldehyde to benzoin and benzoin to benzil and finally the benzillic acid rearrangement. Okay, these three steps, that is experiment number 2 from the section B multiple stage preparations, we are going to see in this lecture. Okay, so first is conversion of aldehyde to benzoin, then benzoin to benzil, and then benzil to benzilic acid. So let's see the reactions. So friends, this is our simplest compound, that is benzaldehyde. 2 moles of benzaldehyde when condensed together in presence of thiamine hydrochloride, we get benzoin like this. Okay, so this is structure of benzoin, which contains one OH group and one carbonyl group. When this OH group is oxidized with the help of HNO3, it will give us benzil. So don't confuse between our regular benzene world. This is a BENZIL, that is a benzil, which is a diketo compound, 1,2-diketo compound. And friends, this is obtained by the oxidation of this OH group in presence of HNO3. Then the next and the third step is benzillic acid rearrangement. So as you know that when we treat benzil with the KOH, then it will convert this benzil into sodium salt of benzillic acid, which on acidification will lead us to the benzillic acid. So this is the reaction for the today's practical. So what is stage 1? Stage 1 is the preparation of this benzoin molecule. So what is benzoin? It is already seen that this molecule is formed by condensation of 2 benzaldehyde molecule in presence of thiamine chloride. So what we are going to do? We are going to take thiamine chloride 1.52 gram in water and 95% of ethanol. So once we get it into the conical flask, we will shake it and make a homogeneous solution. Then aqueous sodium hydroxide 4.5 ml was added. So in this case, you can use 50% of aqueous sodium hydroxide solution 4.5 ml, and we will stir it until the solution appears pale yellow color. Okay. Finally, the pure benzaldehyde 4.5 ml was added to the flask and the mixture was stored for overnight or 1 day. The crystal that formed at room temperature were placed in ice bath and then filtered under vacuum or in the simple Buckner funnel. The crystals were washed with 5 ml ice cold water and dried. After that, we need to check yield MP and TLC for stage 1. Once we form the benzoin, then next step is conversion of this benzoin to benzil. Benzil is 1,2-diketo compound. So friends, what we are going to do? We are going to take benzoin 2.51 gram, or accordingly we will modify the starting material amount. Then concentrated nitric acid was added and stirred in a 25 ml lavand bottle flask with water condenser and heated in water bath for 70 degree for an hour. Okay, so within 1 hour this HNO3 will oxidize benzoin into benzil. So after heating the mixture was cooled and 40 ml of cold water was added to it. We need to stir until the crystalline yellow solid is obtained. That crystalline yellow solid is now filtered and then recrystallized by using 95% of ethanol. We need to record yield MP and TLC for the stage 2. Now the third stage is conversion of this benzil into benzillic acid. So it's very famous reaction, or I will say famous rearrangement, known as benzillic acid rearrangement. As you know that this rearrangement is carried out by aqueous potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide when we treat it with the benzil. So how we get the benzilic acid? We take benzil 2.1 gram in 95% ethanol and a boiling stone were added to 25 ml round bottom flask with a reflux condenser and heated until solid benzil was dissolved. So first step is just dissolve benzil into the ethanol. Then aqueous potassium hydroxide 5 ml, that is 8.2 millimoles, was added dropwise to the flask and the mixture was boiled for 15 minutes. The mixture was cooled, transferred into beaker and placed in an ice water bath until crystallized. The crystals were isolated through vacuum filtration and washed with 4 ml portion of cold 95% ethanol. The solid was transferred into 100 ml flask of hot water and mixed until completely dissolved. The concentrated hydrochloric acid, that is now the neutralization, or I will say acidification step, is very important. Concentrated hydrochloric acid 1.3 ml was added dropwise until the permanent solids were present, or I will say precipitation of acid or benzilic acid. Of course, there will be the pH around 2 for the acidic condition. Then that solid we will filter it, dry it, and we will record the yield MP and TLC. So the result table for this multiple stage preparations will like this. Results should be tabulated as stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3, and the particulars are physical constant, yield, RF value of product, RF value of reactant, eluent, that is solvent system used for the TLC, and finally the solvent for the recrystallization. This is how we are going to perform the multiple stage preparations. Thank you.